Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom, and each week we'll look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is sponsored by the Hess family. May Hashem bless them with much health, success, and happiness. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of the Refuah Shalema, the complete and speedy recovery of Shaul ben Berta and Dalit bar Shoshana. This week's Parsha Perspective is dedicated in memory of Shlomo ben Edward and Edward ben Shaul. May their souls be uplifted and their memories a blessing. This week is a double Torah portion, Parshas Acharei Mos Kedoshim. Our Parsha begins immediately following the death of Aaron's two sons, Nadav and Avihu. Hashem commands Moshe to tell Aaron and his two remaining sons not to go in the Holies of Holies at will, for lest they will share the same fate and consequences as Nadav and Avihu. Only Aaron can enter the Kodesh Kedoshim, the Holies of Holies, on the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur. The Torah then details the service of the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, on Yom Kippur. He has to bring a ketores offering, an incense offering in the Kodesh HaKadoshim, the Holies of Holies, and draw lots for the fate of two goats, one for God and one for Azazel, amongst many other things that he had to do to ask for atonement for the Jewish nation. The next parsha begins with the statement, Kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani Hashem Elokeichem. You shall be holy, for I am the Lord your God, and I am holy. This declaration is followed by the commandment of many mitzvahs, including charity, Shabbos, the laws of morality, the laws of honesty in business, awe and honor of one's parents, and the sacredness of life. We also have the commandment, V'ahavta l'reacha kamecha, love your fellow as yourself, which according to Rabbi Akiva is a cardinal principle of the entire Torah. However, a question comes to mind. At the end of Parshas Acharei Mos, the pasuk writes, "Ve'es mishpatai ta'asu ve'es chukasai tishmeru leleches behem ani Hashem Elokeichem." You shall follow my rules and faithfully follow my laws. I am the Lord your God. Ushmartem es chukasai ve'es mishpatai asher ya'aseh oisem ha'adam v'chai behem ani Hashem. You shall keep my laws and my rules, and you shall live by them. I am the Lord your God. Why does God seemingly repeat himself when speaking to Moshe Rabbeinu about following his laws? The Kli Yakar, a famous Parsha commentary, explains that the reason why the Torah seemingly repeats itself in these two psukim is to teach us that if we follow in God's commandments, we will receive rewards in both this world and in Olam Haba, the world to come. The first pasuk refers to the rewards, the Kli Yakar explains, in this world, because it says lechas behem, to follow them, to follow in the path that God set for you in this world. But the second pasuk is referring to the rewards in Olam Haba, in the world to come. And he learns this from the fact that it says v'chai behem, and you shall live by them. Since our actions can have everlasting results, our reward in the Olam Haba, in the world to come, will continuously be updated by the actions we did and by the life we led. However, the Malbim, a famous Polish rabbi, gives a deeper and more profound explanation. He writes that these psukim are referring to two different types of laws. The first pasuk is referring to commandments between people, such as stealing or hurting or helping and giving charity to your fellow Jew. And the second pasuk is referring to commandments between man and God, such as Shabbos and holidays. He learns this from the switching of the beginning of the word of each pasuk. Es mishpatai ta'asu ve'es chukasai tishmeru. My rules you shall observe and faithfully follow my laws. Ushmartem es chukasai ve'es mishpatai. And you shall keep my laws and my rules. The Malbim explains that there are three general categories of mitzvahs: chukim, edus, and mishpatim. Chukim are laws that transcend the rational reason, such as the prohibition against wearing shatnez, any clothes that contain both wool and linen. These laws are done just for the sake of God. Edus are testimonials. They are laws that commemorate or represent something, such as eating matzah on Passover or putting on tefillin. And mishpatim are laws that are rational and necessary for a moral society, such as laws against murder, kidnapping, and stealing. These laws, had we not been commanded, we would follow them anyway. The Malbim explains that the first pasuk is referring to commandments between people because it leads with mishpatim, laws primarily dealing with people. But the second pasuk is referring to commandments between God and man, since it begins with chukim, laws mostly pertaining to God and man. He continues that this is significant because how we act with others has the same importance as our connection with God. We cannot differentiate between the mitzvahs that deal with people and those that deal with God. In fact, it is how we act, deal, and behave with people that truly dictates how strong our relationship with God truly is. As the great Hillel once said, love your fellow as yourself, V'ahavta l'reacha kamecha, is the entire Torah. and the rest is just commentary. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that how we interact and deal with others directly correlates with our relationship with God. Since God created all of mankind, how we act and treat others openly demonstrates how we view God's sovereignty over our life. As a result, we must show kindness and compassion towards everybody, even if they're not deserving of such kindness or respect, because it reflects who we truly are. There's an amazing quote that I once heard: treat everybody with respect and kindness, not because they are nice, but because you are. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.